The first time he noticed it, he did not think much about it. He was sitting quietly at the table, one hand resting loosely near the edge, his attention drifting somewhere far from the room. The day had been long, filled with small thoughts that never quite resolved into anything clear. Then he felt it, a soft, warm touch against his skin. The dog had approached without sound. It stood beside him, head slightly lowered, eyes calm, and began to lick his hand slowly, gently, with a steady rhythm that felt almost intentional. Not quick, not playful, deliberate. He glanced down and smiled faintly, assuming it was affection. Dogs lick. That is what they do. It is how they show love, how they seek attention, how they connect. He let it continue, but the dog did not stop. Even after a moment passed, even after his hand shifted slightly, the licking continued with the same quiet persistence. No excitement, no sudden movements, just steady contact. There is something deeply instinctive in this behavior. Licking is one of the earliest forms of communication a dog learns. As a young animal, it uses licking to interact with its mother, to signal need, to build connection. That pattern stays with them, shaping how they express themselves long after they grow. But constant licking is not random. It carries meaning. The man slowly pulled his hand back, testing the behavior. The dog paused for a brief moment, then stepped forward again, closing the distance, resuming the same gentle motion. This time, he paid attention. The dog's posture was relaxed, but focused. Its breathing was steady. Its eyes were soft, not demanding, not excited. This was not about play. This was something else. He let his hand rest again, observing. Dogs often use licking as a way to gather information. Human skin carries scent, taste, chemical signals that reveal subtle changes in the body. Stress, emotion, even small shifts in health can alter these signals in ways that dogs can detect. To them, your hand is not just a surface, it is a source of data. The dog continued, slow, consistent, almost soothing. The man noticed something then. His own breathing began to change. Without realizing it, he had been tense, his shoulders slightly raised, his thoughts scattered, his body holding a quiet pressure that he had not acknowledged. As the dog kept licking, that tension softened, his breathing slowed, his hand relaxed. Dogs do not just sense emotional states, they respond to them. Licking can be a form of regulation, a way for the dog to calm both itself and the person it is connected to. The repetitive motion, the physical contact, the steady rhythm all contribute to a subtle shift in the nervous system. It is quiet, but powerful. The man leaned back slightly, letting the moment continue. The dog adjusted its position, staying close, maintaining that same gentle contact. It did not rush. It did not vary its pace. It knew. There is also a social layer to this behavior. In canine communication, licking can signal submission, trust, and bonding. It is a way of reinforcing connection, of maintaining harmony within a relationship. When directed toward humans, it carries similar meaning, but with added complexity shaped by shared living. The dog is not just expressing itself, it is engaging, responding, interacting with something it perceives in you. The man watched the dog more closely now. There was no distraction in its behavior, no wandering attention. It was fully present, focused on that single action. That level of focus is not casual. It suggests purpose. He gently moved his hand again, this time placing it on his knee. The dog followed without hesitation, continuing the same motion, adapting instantly to the new position. Connection maintained. This is where many people misunderstand the behavior. They see constant licking as simple affection, or sometimes as a minor annoyance, something to gently discourage or ignore. But beneath it, there can be a message, not loud, not obvious, but meaningful. The dog paused for a brief second, then resumed. Slightly slower now, the man realized something else. Earlier that day, he had been unsettled. A conversation that did not go as planned. A thought that lingered. A feeling he had pushed aside rather than addressed. He had told himself it was nothing, but his body had remembered. Dogs often respond not to what we say, but to what we carry beneath the surface. They detect inconsistencies between outward calm and internal tension, and when they do, they act. The licking continued, but now it felt different to him. Not just contact, not just habit, communication. The dog was not asking for something. It was giving something: presence, stability, a quiet form of reassurance that did not require words. He let his hand remain still. For the first time, he fully accepted the moment instead of analyzing it. The room was silent. The rhythm continued, and gradually, something inside him settled. This is one of the most overlooked aspects of human and dog interaction: mutual regulation. Dogs influence human emotional states, and humans influence dogs. It is a shared system, constantly adjusting, responding, balancing. When a dog licks your hand repeatedly, it may be responding to a signal you are not even aware of sending. A subtle stress, a hidden discomfort, an unspoken emotion. The dog senses it, and it stays. The licking slowed, then stopped. The dog lifted its head slightly and looked at him, not searching, not questioning, just present. Its eyes were calm, its body relaxed. The moment had passed. Whatever had triggered the behavior was no longer active. The man took a slow breath. He felt different now, not dramatically changed, but lighter, more grounded, more aware of his own state. He reached out and gently placed his hand on the dog's head. This time, the dog did not respond with licking. It simply stayed still. Connection maintained in a different way. He understood something then. The dog had not been seeking attention. It had been responding to him, to something within him that he had not fully recognized. Dogs do not communicate in words. They communicate in actions, in presence, in small, repeated behaviors that carry meaning beneath the surface. To notice this requires attention. To understand it requires stillness. The man looked at his hand, now still resting where the dog had been licking moments before. What had seemed like a simple habit now felt like something more. A message, quiet, subtle, but real. The dog lay down beside him, its body relaxed, its breathing steady. The connection remained, even without movement, and in that quiet space, the man realized something he had overlooked for a long time. Not everything that matters is spoken. Sometimes, the most important messages are the ones that repeat gently, patiently, until we are ready to notice them.